It's a dope move by Steve.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game.
What's going on, everybody? That's right. It's that time of the week. It is time for a Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about all things sports. I am Jay Stoggs, the Buff Nerd. Let's go. And of course, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend. The reason why this podcast is called what it is, that dude, Big Game James. What up, dude?
God, what's happening, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Listen, so the comments tonight, I'm not gonna be posting a lot of them. So just be clear, just be cool up in here, okay?
Hold on. You ain't gonna post them because of what? They got something to do with
it's all good. I don't want to have. Hey, what's up? Did you say?
Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
Look, it's all love here, man. Again. Here is fam. We talk about sports. We talk about all things related to it. So we appreciate everybody coming in. Eyes on us. Make sure that you chat with us. We'll chat back with you. Chat back at you. Okay. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this podcast with all your friends, family, and of course your frenemies. Because hey, the hate helps us elevate. Of course, you can catch us on Spotify and wherever else, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, wherever else you listen to podcasts on your favorite platform. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. Where James is doing his thing on all kinds of platforms. Make sure you check him out on Pewter Perspective and his shorts and reels. They are fantastic. So make sure you support that. Of course,
thank you, my guy.
Yeah, dude. Come on. Let's go. Of course, support Two Birds, One Show. The Filthy Guys, they talk about craft beer and filthy sports. Of course, it is Cowboys-Eagles week, so they get no love here. But make sure that you show them support and love. We just got other stuff coming up, but yo, support. So we appreciate you. Yes, let's go. You good?
Man. Hey, I'm great. Yeah, forgive me, son. Forgive me, sir.
It's time for the Four Downs. That's right. The hottest sports news around. BGSB presents Four Downs.
That's right. These are the Four Downs, the sports topics that we wanted to talk about that's going on. Maybe not in national, but definitely for us. Or we need to get delve deeper into it. Man, let me get it together. Look, first out the gate, they've already started. They didn't even wait until the end of the season. They said, look, we beat the Cowboys. We thought we were at the pinnacle, and now they've lost like 1,000 straight. Of course, I'm talking about those New Orleans Saints. They have fired Dennis Allen this past week, or actually last week. I don't even think he got off the plane. They were like, look, just find a way home. Just Uber home. Don't even get on the plane. Just Uber home. Right?
Jay, how bad is it? How bad is it to think, as a Saints fan, as a player, they're like, dude,
yeah,
let's go. We're going to Carolina. At least we know we're gonna get this dub.
It's a dub. I know we got injuries, but it's a dub. It's Carolina. They can barely get 2,500 fans in the stands. Come on. It's Carolina. About to get this dub. No, sir. No, sir, you're not. You're gonna lose.
Shout out to my man Rashad and Dave that made the trip across the pond to Germany to watch the Giants and the Panthers play. I'm sorry for all the people over in Europe that have to witness that sorry ass game that's about to take place. But shout out
That's
to my man
horrible.
Rashad and Dave for making that trip. And dude, if there's ever a Carolina Panther fan that stumbles onto our show, make sure you go check out PNP Panther Nation podcast with Rashad and Dave. They do a damn good job of breaking it down and what's going on. And trust me, to have a team that bad right now and be able to still keep the content coming, they're doing a great job.
Trust, I understand. It's tough in these streets. But man, I'm telling you what though, to be a Carolina Panthers fan, and then look, I don't know who scheduled this a year or two ago, and they're like, you know what? I think Carolina is coming up like New York Giants. Let's show the world these two teams. What are you doing? What are you doing? New York has been a dumpster fire for years. And Carolina has not shown anything since the pandemic. So what are we doing here?
Hey, that's true. But this happened, I know it's been a while, and we missed the last week because of different things going on, Halloween, and son had a football game. And do you think the Saints made that move out of desperation, or just knew that it wasn't going to get any better throughout the year? They're just going to fire him now? Because we've already talked about it before. Mid-season firings, Jay. You normally do it if you have someone on your staff that you believe that can revitalize your team, give them a little bit of life. Then just go find someone else after the season, or you ride it out with that coach because you know nothing's going to change it. I don't see anything changing it for the Saints right now.
Nah, and here's the thing about mid-season changes, right? And it's obviously happened a lot more in the past, I would say 10 to 20 years. If we think back to Oakland Raiders, they did a mid-season change and they tried to ride with them, but they couldn't. They had an interim that was actually doing pretty well and ended up going in a totally different direction. It happens. It's kind of rare. I say rare, but it still happens. To me, we just got to do something. We just got to do something. And maybe they're tanking. Maybe that's what it is. Because I think they are they're at least a top 10 pick. Dare I say a 7? So,
tanking?
oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. I can't believe that they're not. They're 2 and 7. 2-7, yeah, 2-7. And that they're not going to win another game.
Yeah, they will. They won't go 2-15.
You don't think so? Really?
Win. Yeah, as long as they don't beat the Bucks, I don't give a shit. But they'll win
I don't know. The Bucks look pretty vulnerable. They ain't got a lot of people.
No, but and not to change the topic of this down.
Yeah,
the Buccaneers didn't look horrible for what they had against the world champs. Some questionable calls. If I'm Todd Bowles, I go for that 2-point conversion in that situation because now you're hoping to get the ball back. You're hoping to keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hand when you go to that coin toss overtime. But
I loved Baker's face when he lost it.
That was classic. Like, oh damn, we're done.
Because he knew.
But Jay, I'll say what it is, and shout out to my man Blake Anthony. He and I have talked about this before. That defense just isn't what that defense has been. Injuries, people getting old. The defense is going to be okay, I think, as they add and grow with some of the younger players. Yeah. But we're old in certain spots, and the linebacker spot is hurting us right now, man. It is, and you can see it. But just real quick before we move on from Dennis Allen, just talking about it, thinking about it, was he ever the right fit? Is what I would want to know from Carolina. From New Orleans Saints fans. He's a defensive-minded guy. Sean Payton recommended him when he left. He got the job, and it was never anything great. So was he ever the right fit, and should they have gotten rid of him last year? I think a lot of people would have said that this fire is coming too late. It should have been done.
Yeah. No, the Saints fans that I know and talk to, they all say the same thing. This is 9 games too late. This is 9 games too late. So it should have been done at the end of the season. Talking about the Saints and their upcoming schedule, of course, they got the Falcons in New Orleans. They got the Browns. So they're gonna lose to the Falcons. I don't know about the Browns. That's a push, to be honest with you. And I think Carr may be coming back.
Carr played last week. He's the one who threw the ball and got Olave knocked out.
So I don't think they win against the Browns.
Really?
I don't think so. Here's the thing about Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston can push the ball down the field. He can push the ball down the field. Hey, Saints are trash? Yeah. They're trash. They are. Hot garbage. They'll lose it, but I do think the Browns can. If you can't beat the Panthers, like that's the bar right now. So if you can't beat them, I can't believe you can beat the Browns. You're not going to beat the Rams.
Damn.
That's next. You got a chance against the Giants, maybe? Again, that's that game. You're not beating the Commies. You're not beating the Packers. Maybe the Raiders. Maybe. And you're not beating the Bucs.
Damn, how the hell did the Browns beat the Ravens?
That's what I'm saying. They have a good defense. It's been their offense that stinks. So now if you have a guy in Jameis Winston that can push the ball down the field, which he can do. He can throw the ball. Now, he's going to throw interceptions, but he's going to throw the ball. But if you have a defense that can, get stops and a takeaway, gives you a chance,
Dude,
especially against the Saints.
Some bad football being played on the NFL, bro.
Oh, my God. You ain't lying, Jack. You are not lying. So, I mean, yeah, it was, as far as, like you said, DA, it was time for him to go. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Second down, NCAA playoffs this past Tuesday, while everyone else was losing their mind, sports was happening. And the NCAA
I ain't turn my TV on Tuesday night.
Nah, man. I just went to sleep. I was like, well, tomorrow we'll be here.
Right. As long as I wake up, I'm good.
As long as I wake up. That's all. Hey, that's it. So they did come out with the first rankings, the first official rankings. And as it stands right now, your first round buys would go to your Power 4 teams. That would be Oregon, Georgia, Miami, and BYU. Now, BYU is 9-0. I get that. Miami, a lot of people don't really feel like they've played good teams. They haven't had any real.
Yeah, they're catching hell about their schedule, but dude,
yeah.
and 3 of them went. Duke really had them on the ropes. Virginia Tech had them. They cheated on the helmet. Cal had them. I'm not drinking. Now, you might say I'm drinking Kool-Aid on this one. I'm saying SMU is the best team in the ACC.
I agree with you there. I agree with you, man. I think, but and there's always conspiracy theorists out there saying, well, you want to get the best teams out there to that's actually going to watch the game and show up to the bowls. So we're talking about playoff brackets because that's all I really care about. As far as where they're ranked, it doesn't matter now at this point per se because, I'm looking at buys because Ohio State is now in your top 4, actually rounding out the 4.
But they'll have a chance. They'll have a chance to maybe meet up with Oregon again in the championship game.
I hope so because I think
they'll get in without the bye. Right, like right now, if you look at that bracket, they had Oregon, they had Ohio State in there playing that one of those home games.
Yeah, they get a home game, but they don't have a bye. So right now it's Ohio State and Florida. Ohio State and Boise State.
I was like, Florida, what the hell are you smoking?
No. I'm getting old.
We smoking bum, bud. B.O. we smoking bum, bud.
Stop it. Tennessee, Indiana, which is a surprise. Let's be honest.
Is the team that is killing me right now. 7. What's Indiana? 8-0?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who the hell have they played?
No,
they're in the Big Ten though, but we can't knock them. They're in the Big Ten.
I can because you ain't played nobody. I'm just saying this. No, you got Texas, Alabama on the other side, Penn State, Notre Dame, and they're in the bracket. Penn State, Notre Dame is in the bracket with Georgia, and Texas, Alabama is in the bracket with Miami as it stands right now. So, I mean, this could be. It's strange. It's really strange. Because, again, you have BYU, who I don't care what you say. They haven't beat anybody, but they're going to get a first-round bye because of the conference, because of the Big 12 conference. And they're a conference.
Why is that a problem? Because it's never a problem when a 2-loss Alabama gets in.
It's a problem because it's a 2-loss team. And I get where this is going, right? Because UCF a couple of years would have made the argument, hey, we were undefeated. We played who was in front of us. We beat them. That's what we did. So we're co-national champions.
Now they made up some shit. We know that.
Yeah.
But Jay, if this system was in place during that time, UCF would have gotten in. No, they wouldn't have, because they weren't in the Big 12 then.
They weren't in the Big 12.
But they would have made the tournament probably. They would have
made the tournament. Yeah. They would have been where Indiana, I believe, is right now.
Oh, that would have
Boise State.
Yeah,
at Boise State. So those are your 11-12s, which is odd because Alabama is sitting at 11.
I just need Alabama to lose another game so we know their ass not gonna get in. Yep, there goes big game to hater. Big game to hater.
Wow. You think Alabama's gonna lose another game?
They lost to Tennessee. Who else?
They did.
Yeah. They lost to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Then they lost to Georgia. Georgia wouldn't have got to playing so damn slow.
Yeah, that's true. I can't argue.
I need them to lose. I need them to lose.
Of course, we'll keep an eye on it, but it's going to be interesting to see as we're starting to wind down towards the end of the season. You have about 3 weeks left.
Yeah.
So we're 3 weeks and rivalry week and championship games on the line. Yeah, man, I think the LSU game, which is weird. The LSU Alabama game, that's going to be huge. People are predicting that Alabama's going to lose.
I don't know. LSU looked like holy hell against A&M. Then A&M came out the next week and laid an egg.
Oh my God, they did. They did. They so did. So I think people are out on A&M that, and Texas is going to play them. So that rivalry is back on. So it'll be nice to see that.
Is there a team that you would want to see, NJ, that's not in right now? Is there a team that you hope can sneak in?
Not really. It's kind of funny because when I look at the teams that are currently sitting where they are, there's not a team that I say, well, you know what? Okay, yeah, they could get in there because you have Alabama, which for all intents and purposes, shouldn't be there. But I don't believe any other SEC team should be there. I don't think Ole Miss should be there. I'm thinking through the different conferences. SMU maybe, but they would have to take Boise State, really they'd have to take Boise State's place.
But they're SMU finished with only one loss. That means they would have won their conference championship. Then that means they would replace the ACC number one right now.
Oh, no, ACC. Yeah, ACC. Yeah.
What is Clemson? Isn't Clemson with the bye right now? Am I tripping?
No, Clemson doesn't have a bye.
Miami. It's Miami. It's Miami. My bad.
Miami.
My bad.
Yeah. They'd have to beat Miami in the championship.
What did I put in this hot toddy? My bad.
Man, it's good. It's good.
I need it. Big Game trying to get his voice back there.
We need that. We need that. So yeah, I think there's that would be the only team, and it's not being biased. It's just the fact that to know the SMU story and to see what they've been doing and how they've been recruiting and playing, like they've been getting local kids. You know what I'm saying? To play for them, especially in their skill positions. And I really hate when they use that term, but your quarterback and receivers and whatnot, they have a lot of local kids. So it's good to see that. But no, nationally, I can't see any other team. Big 12 has been beating up on each other.
I want to see Coach Prime and the Buffaloes get in. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to see it.
I think that would be interesting, but it's
so much hate towards them. Now, do I think they have a chance to win a national championship? Nah.
No,
I don't think they win it, but I would love to see them be one of those 12 teams in the bracket.
Yeah, in the bracket, but I think what they need to focus on is continue to get better in all facets of the game, all three facets, and then go into a good bowl and have a great showing in the bowl, i.e. win it. Because that's what he needs. And Shador needs it. Shador needs that win.
To me, Jay, they just need to win. If they can win 2 more games, it totally solidifies what they've done this year.
I don't think so.
An 8-win team from a 1-something team before the year before they got there and took over in the second year.
I hear you. I just don't think that it has to be a bowl win. They need a bowl win.
But if it's the Meineke Car Care Bowl, do we care?
Don't matter. It's a bowl win.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It could be the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. It could be and that is an actual bowl. It could be
I need to go to the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. I love that dude.
It could be is it Duke's Mayo Bowl? It could be the Mayonnaise Bowl.
Do they still have the Popeyes Bahama Bowl?
Yes. Wow. Yes, they still have the Popeyes Bahama Bowl. That is still one of the 43 bowls.
44 bowls, I thought now.
Is it 44 now?
It don't matter. That's a lot.
Jeez. 44
All right.
bowls. Third down. Of course, this is near and dear to my blue and silver heart. It's tough. It's tough around these parts, man. Look, so the highest paid quarterback in the league is down. Still no word of
wrong button. I swear to God.
That's very Philly of you. That's very, very Philly of you. I just want you to know. Dak Prescott, highest paid quarterback in the league, is out potentially at least for 4 weeks. They haven't put him on the IR yet, but they need to. But there are reports coming out that it could be 5 to 6 weeks. So he's definitely out. They're projecting 4 weeks. So now they turn to Cooper Rush. But there's a sentiment. There's a growing sentiment around DFW and Cowboy Nation that maybe we should see Trey Lance. We used the 4th round pick for him. We know what Cooper Rush is. why not see what Trey Lance can do? I'll tell you what he can do. He can sit on that damn bench. That's what he can do. Okay? We've seen what he can't do. He can't play a complete game. Can't do that. He can't complete passes when need. Can't do that.
When did you see him play a complete game, Jay?
Preseason.
That shit don't count. Come on, man.
And wait. Now I call it fake football. It ain't fake when you still got to put on the helmet and you still hitting motherfuckers in the head. That ain't fake. Okay. All right. I hear you.
I still mean that, but I'm saying you said complete a game where
he played in San Francisco.
Shared and sub.
San Francisco.
This is my thing. The Cowboys continuously do dumb shit. Cooper Rush, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, he's better than Dak," because when Dak broke his thumb, he went 1-4 in the 5 games he started. He had a run game, he had a defense. It was a much different team. If Dak Prescott can't get it done now with this team they have, you really think Cooper Rush is gonna get it done?
No one can get it
done. There's nothing invested. But the thing is, why invest and give up like your 4th round pick is a value pick? Why give up that 4th round pick for Trey Lance if you're not gonna play him at all?
You know, and I've told you this over and over again. The Cowboys have done historically well over the past 6-7 drafts in the 4th round. Okay, and here's another stat for you. The Cowboys statistically have had the best drafts in the way of players still in the league, right? They've been able to retain up to 70% of the players that they've drafted in the league.
Wow.
As far as 1st and 2nd round. That's phenomenal. So they draft well, but it's obviously scheme and how the organization is run. Carlos, what's up? Good to see you, my man. I think Jerry's a detriment to his team. Facts. Until he backs off and quits putting himself above the team, this franchise may never see their potential. Listen, I told you, big money seat. There's only one way out for this. There's only one.
Carlos, thank you. You said what we've said for a very long time. And the Buff Nerd has already come up to the conclusion that Jerry's going to have to go on to paradise to get out of the Cowboys' way.
Peaceful transition. I said peaceful, and I do mean that. I want it to be in his sleep, surrounded by people who love him and don't hate him or don't hate him as much. What's up?
When they were out, and where they play on the West Coast where they got in a car accident, was that Raiders? Vegas? It wasn't Vegas. Chargers, right? They played on the West Coast.
Chargers.
San Francisco. It was San Francisco.
San Francisco. Yeah.
We got in a car wreck. When you heard that, were you like, ooh, it happened? I just added. Now, you feel free to not answer that at all.
No, I'll answer it because you know me. I'll answer. I told you it was going to be transit. It was going to be the 2 ways it was going to happen. The boys would win the Super Bowl, and it would happen on stage while and I think it's right before he gets it, as they're about to hand it to him. Or he gets it, he holds it up, boom, done. Or he in his sleep. And here's the thing: it's gonna happen while he's in his sleep, and then maybe like mid-year or right before the playoffs, and they actually go to the playoffs and win. So he doesn't get to see it.
Damn. Hey man, it sounds like you've been thinking about this shit a little bit.
No, man. Listen, there is so much hate and vitriol around Cowboy Nation and the head office, the organization. Like I talked to my mentor, my pops, man. I'm like, hey, bro, how do you feel today? He said, I just don't know, Jay. Like I don't know how to feel anymore. I just don't know how to feel anymore. That's saying something. When you have fans, and look, I get it. People hate Cowboys fans. I get it. They're obnoxious. They're pompous. They're arrogant. They're narcissistic, much like the owner. But there are actual Cowboy fans out here who recognize this is dog poop. We're so over it. So over it. This is what you do. This is what you do. You trade for, and we were talking about this before we came on. You trade for a receiver, a second-year receiver who hasn't done anything on the team, who's on the worst team in the league, and you trade a fourth-round pick for him. Again, historically, we've done well with fourth-round picks. That's what you do.
Hey, it was a head scratcher for me for sure. But Jay, I heard some rumblings going on some of the talk shows about Dak Prescott that he gave up and didn't fight to get back in the game. Now, they said the type of hamstring injury he has, the hamstring separated is damn near coming off the bone. In some cases, it would require surgery if he would have pulled it, and it may be longer than 4 weeks.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts right now, feelings about your $60 million quarterback, man?
If that call is hitting us up, AO, appreciate the comments. Keep them coming. If that happens, Jerry will continue to be with this team. The star will be replaced with a JJ logo. I don't doubt that because Steven would do some dumb crap like that. And at that point, I will not be a Dallas JJ. I will be a Dallas Cowboy, and I will petition to bring the Chiefs back to Texas.
Dallas with JJ. Wow.
The Dallas JJs. I don't think so. Here's what I'll say to this. Here's what I'll say to that. Knowing people that have suffered major injuries. The game is unforgiving. I get that he's $60 million, but the long term and the short term, he's here. He's signed for 4 years. So why sacrifice for a year that you're 2-6 right now? Why? Go ahead, tank. Let's go get Shador. I keep saying this. Go get Shador. Go get Shador. And if you don't want to get Shador, hey, go get Travis.
So
go get Hunter.
You Travis Hunter. Yeah, you can't go get Shador. You can't go get a quarterback in the first round.
Right now, we're sitting at 11.
Money, but you just paid Dak that money, bro. That would be so dumb.
You mean like Atlanta did?
And it was so dumb.
Like Atlanta?
Yeah.
How's that dumb?
You pay Kirk Cousins $83 million guaranteed. Okay. You go get Penix in the first round with the 8th pick, and he's sitting there. You don't know how long the boy is ready, and why would you get and all the guaranteed that you gave up to Kirk Cousins for that? That's stupid to me.
But listen, first of all, Kirk Cousins may last maybe 2, maybe 3 years pushing. You got Penix that has been learning from him. He's on a rookie contract. You option for the 5th year. So now you have 2 years of straight starter that's been sitting there waiting and learning and understanding the game. Tell me what's wrong with it. That's all great. Right. That's what I want. Yes. Bring in Shador. Trey Lance ain't that guy. Would love to, but Jerry is not. You're talking about the running back from Boise State. Phenomenal.
Ashton Jeanty. And he's from Frisco, Texas, went to Frisco Lone Star High School. He would be coming back home.
Yeah. You mean like Derrick Henry? Listen.
That ain't gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. Jerry will not draft another running back in the first round. He got burned by Zeke. He's not going to do that again. He did.
Zeke gave y'all some good years, man.
He did. But in Jerry's mind, he didn't give enough. So he's not going to draft another running back. He's going to draft another edge rusher like Mozzie or Taco. Yeah. Let's think about that.
Hey, man, Taco Charles is playing in the UFL this year. XFL. UFL. UFL is called now. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's some talent wasted.
Another Michigan guy. All I'm saying is,
whoa.
Prove me wrong.
Go blue.
He is. Go big blue. All I'm saying is, man, when you look at these squads, when you look at these teams, when you look at this front office, they are not willing to make that step. So you get a new coach, you get a new system, you get rid of McCarthy, you get rid of Zimmer because they're old. Love you, but you old. People have books on you. They know your tendencies. They know what you're going to do. It is boring. It is vanilla. It is trash. It's cheeks. Straight cheeks.
Rosy cheeks.
Rosy cheeks. And guess what? We don't be playing booty games around here. Okay? We don't be playing on booty games.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Man, let's get into this final down, fourth down. The NBA season finally has started. Thank goodness for us Cowboys fans and Carolina fans. Thus far, most disappointing NBA team. What you got, man?
It's crazy. And we know they're about 7 games in, I think, maybe out of an 82-game schedule. But, man, some of the teams that's just blowing my mind right now. There's a couple. One, the Milwaukee Bucks. You go out, you make this drastic move last year. Dame Lillard can't seem to get it going. Giannis is clearly frustrated. Bobby Portis is talking about people breaking into his house there in Minnesota. And the Bucks are 2-6. It's ridiculous. Another team, I know you probably said, I know you said you don't talk about this team. What's going on with Joel Embiid and the Sixers? And then to get mad at a reporter for questioning you and talking about you, you shove the reporter and get a 3-game suspension, and you're already out.
Yeah.
And they said he lost over $1 million in these 3 games. But those on the bad side. The good side. Did you know the damn Golden State Warriors are like 7-1?
I watched them last night, and it didn't look like they were having issues that everyone said that they were going to have. They looked like, with the exception of Wiggins, they looked like a well-oiled machine.
Wow.
Wiggins
Really?
need to get out of his head. Yeah. It was quite phenomenal. Like, wow.
Well, man, if you found out your wife was cheating on you, it might be in your head too.
Damn. Yeah, put a damn on yourself. That's okay. True. The Sixers and the Knicks. It's those for me. It's the Sixers and the Knicks. You made such a big deal about, all these trades and who was coming and who was going to do what. And then you make more trades. But yet, you're sitting at 3-4.
But the Knicks are only one game out of one game with under 500, Jay. They're 3-4.
Again, it's early. I get it. It's early. But I mean,
I'm just trying to help.
Yeah. Philly is 1-6. And to that point about the reporter, so the reporter was actually talking about his son and his brother who had just died. And they both have the same name. And so that's why Embiid actually got upset with a reporter. But, so it's kind of both ways. But, yeah, you don't do that, right, on both sides of it. But you are already being investigated by the league because you have leg management on opening night. Come on, man. Be better. You got to be better. And it's not just you, it's your whole team. Your team of people around you, y'all got to be better. You pay money for opening night, and Joel Embiid is sitting there in clothes just like you. As a fan. I didn't pay for that. Don't have me. You know what it's like? I'm going to tell you what it's like, man. It's like going to meet Superman and all you see is Clark Kent. You know what I mean? Damn. I'm going to go see a Superman movie and it's all about Clark Kent. Give a damn about Clark Kent. Give a damn about him. Clark Kent can't do nothing.
I tell you, that's an origin you never want to see.
Man. care about that. Don't care about that. I don't. I'm come on, man. What we doing? I'm up here looking at Jay Cargill and she totally covered head to toe. What? Nope. I want my money back. I want my money back. I want my money. I want my money. Give me my money. I want my money back. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wow.
Hey, there you go. You know what it makes me say though?
I know exactly what the hell that makes you say, brother.
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right. This is the part of the podcast where we find things that are happening around the world of sports that make us say, oh, hell no. I have mine. You have yours. We may have the same one. We kind of talked about it.
We did. I'm gonna do mine quick because it's short. Because I really want to elaborate on yours.
Yeah.
You know, the internet, the ability to have watch shorts and reels. I love it. I really do. Because you can get a decent amount of information from people in about a minute's time. And the one thing I've seen a lot of lately, we talked about the University of Colorado earlier. The more success they have, the more hate that comes. And there's one fat Uncle Thomas dude that always has something to say. That's Jason Whitlock. I can't stand him. And no matter what Coach Prime does, he has something to say about Deion Sanders and the University of Colorado. I don't know why one person would have so much hate, but now he's saying that Deion is bringing satanic rappers around young college kids, and it's bad for their image and it's bad for them, that he needs to take what he does to the NFL. Jason Whitlock, just because your fat ass can play nothing and you look like the only line that you could ever start on is a buffet line, shut the hell up. Oh, hell no to you and your attitude and your hate. You always got something just ignorant to say. It's so stupid. Jason Whitlock is an big old hell no for me because he's just you call me a hater, Jay. That brother there is a hater.
Yeah. He defines, he epitomizes. When they have the definition, his face is right there. All of it. And that's a lot of face.
Buffet line champion.
That's that. You know what? That's a great line, man. The only line you ever known is a buffet line. I love it. For me, and we talked about this again, beforehand, but apparently at the biggest, cocktail party?
Yes. Georgia, Florida, the world's largest cocktail party.
World's largest cocktail party. Apparently the cocktails were a bit strong this year because the Jacksonville sheriff's officers decided that they needed to quell down some issues with some of the fans, but the fans didn't like that so much. So the Jacksonville sheriff said, well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna hit you with the stun gun. Think that worked? Nah, I got that cocktail in me. I got it going. Well, there are videos that have surfaced that have gone viral of Jacksonville sheriff officers beating the piss out of these people, out of the fans. I'm telling you what, boy. Listen, go to the game, enjoy the game. That's what you got to do. Go to the game, enjoy the game. Okay? If they have a gun, a stun gun, a baton, and a vest on, that's probably not a person that you need to roll up on and talk noise. And if they say, hey, you need to move around, guess what? Just move around. Just go and move around. Just move around.
Yep.
Just move around. But the sheriffs, they don't need to, instigate the whole issue as well. Man, there's pictures of this guy. We talk about bloodied, but handcuffed for his safety and theirs.
Hey, man, if y'all have not seen it, please go check it out. I know I shouldn't laugh at nobody getting their ass whooped like that,
I
but
know.
this is my thing. When the police said, "Hey man, it's time to go," you should probably not answer. I ain't going nowhere. Why you kicking me out? That was the wrong damn thing to say. Oh,
It's
hell no.
time to go. Time to go. That's why. And appreciate that like that, man. Listen, there are people that do what they do for a reason. Just go home. Just go home. I loved it. I love it though. You know what I'm saying? I drama chaos, I'm all for it because hey, this is what dumb people do. And that's why they get the oh hell no. That's why they get it. So congrats. Hey, let's get into, you know what? We're going to do the top 5 now. Can we do that?
Yeah. Yes. We got it.
Top 5, right? Top 5 comedy movies of all time. Hit the button, big game. Hit the button.
It's time for the top 5. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Big Game Sports Break. Top 5.
That's right. Some people have a top 100. Some have a top 50. Some have a top 25. Some even punk out and have a top 10, but not here at Big Game Sports Plus, home of sports and entertainment, where they collide. No. We have a top 5. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Tonight, as I just stated, top 5 comedy movies of all time. This is by far one of the hardest top 5s I've had to do. One of the hardest.
I agree.
Even
now, I just looked at this list and I'm like, it's too late for me to change what I came up with. But, damn. Yeah.
And put it in the chat. At least give us one of yours.
All right, Jay, without further ado, man, my top 5 comedy movies of all time. Number 5 for me, probably one of my favorite movies of all time, Friday, the original Friday, with Ice Cube, Chris Tucker. That seeing a lot of that cast for the very first time. I watched it a million times. I can still watch it when it comes on. Hilarious to me. Number 4, The Hangover, bro. I don't know why and what it was. Just the whole storytelling of that movie was amazing.
Classic Aaron.
Aaron. Fuck.
I'm gonna get you sucker is a classic.
Yes, great one. Number 3 for me, Harlem Nights. I can still hear Ella Reese's line when she's talking to Red Fox about Sunshine. Love that movie, man. Number 2, Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, Life. Life just did it for me. It's something about that movie, man. Did it for me. And number 1 for me, man, was Coming to America.
Fair enough. All good movies. Aaron, again, I'm gonna get you sucker. Definitely was on my list.
Wow.
Of where, because that's another one. When you actually see Chris Tucker in his first movie role, you got Jim Brown, you got Isaac Hayes. I mean, come on, man.
How much for one rib?
How much for just one rib? So yeah, definitely. Yeah, good list, Jamie. Good list.
Appreciate it.
You gonna kill me like, don't call me Jamie.
I agree with you.
Baby. Listen, Friday definitely had to be on my list. Okay, and again, I don't do mine because this is one of those lists. I just can't put 1 to 5. They just on there.
I got you.
Friday is definitely on there for obvious reasons. The one-liners that came out of that movie, come on, and people still quote it to this day. Coming to America, definitely, that's one of those movies that it spanned across all generations, across all colors, races, creeds. I mean, come on, man. It's you have some of the best actors of that time in that movie, including Don Amici, right? Step Brothers. Now, hear me out with this.
It's a good movie, dog.
Step Brothers is a movie for me that I literally watch that maybe 3 or 4 times a year just because I need to go back over it. You know what I'm saying? There's just parts in there like, okay, yeah, that's okay. That's a good one. But yeah, Will Ferrell is best in buddy movies. The single stuff, not so much, but the buddy movies, he's amazing at, and this is his best one. Office Space. Office Space to me is one of those movies where I can relate because I have a boss or a coworker that acts like one of those people.
Understood. Hey man, can I ask you a quick question? I know you got to finish your list.
Yeah.
What was the dude's name in the basement that they were supposed to fire? They kept moving. Dale.
Yeah. That's my sleeper. That's my stapler. Man, between Dale and my dude, they kept saying, "Oh, you gave her the old face." Oh.
Bruh.
Great movie. Again, that's a movie that I definitely watch every year. Finally, this was a tough one. Because I had to say, I had to go back kind of some old school with it. The Blues Brothers.
Really?
The Blues Brothers, man, that's a movie where, and here's what's crazy about this movie. If you break down who's in this movie, like Aretha Franklin, James Brown, Ray Charles, like these Bo Diddley, like, dude, it's crazy if you go back and look at who's in this movie. And these were real musicians that were in the movie. Like the saxophonist, the guitar player, the keyboard, all of them were actual blues players. Man. So awesome movie. Yeah, even with Carrie Fisher, aka Princess, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's definitely one up there. There were definitely others on my list that I wanted to put on, but I had to say no, I gotta pay homage to the Blues Brothers. And of course, Cab Calloway is in this joint, you know what I'm saying, with the, Minnie the Moocher. So yeah, there you go.
Wow. I like that list. And
sir,
Blues Brothers, Jay, I saw like when I was young and didn't really, I don't really remember it as something I probably need to watch again. I could probably appreciate it more now that I'm older and understand more of what's going on. And it's funny because as I got older, I enjoy older music more too. So that's one I need to watch again. Hey, dude, I slept on Step Brothers for the longest. One of my coworkers one day said, "Hey, man, have you ever seen Step Brothers?" And I was like, "I ain't watching no damn Step Brothers." And finally, one like holiday season was on. I was out of school.
Yeah.
And I sat there and watched that thing. And I think I was on the ground rolling and laughing. I was like, dog, these are two of the biggest idiots I've seen in my life, but I love it. It was hilarious. That's a good list, man. Shout out to you on the list tonight, man. I like that. I like that list.
I appreciate it. Look, there's definitely ones. Now, let me watch me pull a James out real quick, a big game. Look, there are definitely ones that I wanted to put on there. The Naked Gun was one that I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
Airplane is another one. A lot of one-liners.
Airplane was hilarious. Hey, Richard Pryor had a couple movies I thought should be on there.
Oh man, The Toy and Talladega Nights was good, but yeah, Step Bros, man, that's the one. That's the one for me. Worldwide Prestige Worldwide.
But the one with Martin,
Bolts and Hoes. Bolts and Hoes came from Step Bros. I'm just saying.
Yeah, true. It's a Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder movie I was thinking about.
So they actually made
crazy. Still, they made a lot of movies together though.
They did. But Hear No Evil, See No Evil is another one that's really good.
Oh, boy. Hey. Hey, man. You know what? I'm gonna do it just because you said my name and talked about it. Weekend at Bernie's would have been a good one to have on there.
Listen, that was on my list. I took off. I was like, oh man, that movie.
Hey, Weekend at Bernie's was a classic.
That is definitely a classic. like I said, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker is one that's definitely out there that I absolutely love. I, again, wanted to put it on there, and we kind of talked about that. But yeah, man, there was in Beverly Hills Cop. I wanted to put that on there. Like, I was like, that should be on there, but I already have an Eddie Murphy movie and Coming to America, so I'm going to see what else. There's another movie here that I wanted to put on this list. It could have definitely been there, and I would have taken off Office Space and put in Idiocracy. That's a movie.
That's not what Pauly Shore, is it?
No. That's actually with Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson.
Oh,
and Terry Crews. Terry Crews is the president.
Hey man, them motherfuckers was watering plants with soda with power. Like, no,
bro, no, it has electrolytes.
Hey man, hell no, no.
Right to Jericho, yeah. And I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, yeah. But Idiocracy, we are literally living it now. So I think that's why it's so poignant, right? You got, yeah. But that's definitely a movie. People, if you haven't seen Idiocracy, go watch it. Go watch it now, because we're there. We're there. So yeah, that's the list. Hey, look, I'm Jay Stocks, the Buff Nerd. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. We appreciate the comments. Let me read this last one, man. Crossroads with Ralph Macchio and Joe Seneca. Okay, so
that wasn't a comedy though.
I think it actually was considered a comedy.
You know what?
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
I'm thinking something different. I don't know why I thought Crossroads was like him playing the guitar.
That is. Yeah, I wouldn't consider that a comedy.
I didn't think that was a comedy. That was a good movie.
I don't know what you put it in. I don't know what you put it in.
I was young. I mean, like I said, see that was a movie that I think I need to see again now. I think I could.
That's a great movie, though.
Better now than I did when it came out. But
that's a great movie.
I mean,
that's a great movie.
You ready to send us out?
I was trying to, man, but I bring calls.
That was a good job. Hey, Carlos, man, thank you for stopping by, checking us out. If you haven't done so already, please make sure that you like and subscribe and check out some of our other content that's been here on the network and on the channel. We're continuing to grow, and we appreciate everybody all the time for showing us some love, and even the people that like to show me hate on my reels because they don't agree with what I say. It's okay.
Because you're a hater.
I'm not a hater if your team is just ass. If your team is bad, you don't like what I say about them, why am I a hater? And Jay, I normally don't talk about anyone else's team, but mine first.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah, I hear you.
Then I'll get into that. Except for the Cowboys. What was said?
Hey, man, thank y'all for joining. Thank you. Appreciate you. Keep the comments coming. Keep it going. We so appreciate it. I'm Jay Stocks, Buff Nerd.
I'm your man, Big Game James. Until next time, thank you. God bless you. Peace.
Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big gang, big gang. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah.